Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, well, tonight is going to be all three farms. We're going to do a little bit of work on each farm, and you get to see the updates on all three of them, and then we'll split this back up into three series again. But we are in the process of moving out west, as you guys know, and so I have some limited time here to make recordings after the baby goes to bed, and we have a little bit of a quiet evening here. She's finally asleep, but it was a bit of a challenge for her, really, to get used to going to bed in a different place, in a trailer full of people and dogs, when she was used to her quiet little bedroom. Once again, I wanted to thank you guys so much for the support that you've given us through Buy Me a Coffee. And I am going to put the link again at the top of the comments. But if you watched my State of the Union, you guys know that we're in some financial hardship. You guys definitely helped out in a big, big way, though, and I just wanted to thank all of you guys who donated to help getting this thing going, and we are, like I said, in the process of moving, and your funds have helped us tremendously. So, hopefully we'll be moving towards a better future, and one where we are not struggling financially anymore, and I think that we will be able to do that. So, but once again, if you want to donate, that link will be in the description, and that's it. I won't bother you about it anymore tonight. Let's go ahead and put this stuff up where it belongs. And hang on one second here. Trying to get the mix right so I can hear myself and the game. But yeah, so we've been working hard, and once again, I'm using the Elgato mic, so it's not going to be my usual frosty self on the big mic. But while we're in the camper, we're pretty restricted on room. So at some point, hopefully, I'll be able to get a little office set up, but until then, we'll deal with it. I mean, we had years where I was using that stupid Microsoft, like the $10 mic. I don't know if you guys remember that horrible microphone that I used to use, and that thing, that we went through a couple of years of that. That was early on in the farm sim years. I think that was back during 15. So what we're doing here on this farm today is I have a contract that RP picked up for us. To get these fields harvested, or get this field harvested off the beans. And it's not costing us anything on our equipment to get this done. I should probably make the GPS active. Let's see here. That's this button. Steering assist on. Whoa, 6 head rows? I don't think so. We'll do 3. That seems more realistic. Here we go. And so I'm going to continue harvesting this. And the reason why we're doing this is because obviously we're a little bit down on cash in the game. But we will get to a point where, even without doing this, we've got a bunch of different crops in our silo to sell towards the end of the year when the prices go up. I think our soybean can't be sold till next summer, but everything else can go this winter. So we should be just fine. But I got to kind of look and see what I want to plant for next year. We are in October. We might actually be beyond the planting season. Let's take a look real quick at the planting chart here. We could plant barley if we wanted to. We did miss canola. So I'll probably just go with... Could also do wheat. I don't know if I want to do wheat and barley, though, because we already have that stuff. So I think we'll go for more of a bumper crop next year, like just straight up soybeans. And we'll do that. And then come back. We're not really growing for any purpose aside from the cows. The one thing I also wanted to mention that I noticed, sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather, as you can hear, I've got a cold. One of the things that I noticed too, or was pointed out to me, the how to feed your cows tutorial that I'm going to make here soon is going to have to change a little bit, because cows now get 100% health from just hay or just silage. Now, I'm not sure if the same thing is true if you are in a milking barn, but in the pen, if you do hay, they reach 100%. By the way, that is our one of the puppies. It's okay there, bud. He's snuggling in my arms, and he's a very vocal Dalmatian. His name is Squirtle. And all the other puppies got rehomed, but Squirtle has stayed. He was a runt. We were a little concerned with his health, but he seems to be doing just fine now. So we may rehome him, but I think my wife is pretty attached at this point.
I think you're pretty attached.
So, but he's definitely becoming part of the family. So anyway, the cows, so as I was saying, the cows now reach 100% health, which is it's kind of a weird thing. So I'm not sure how that's going to work with the milk cows. I do know that you'll get better TMR production or better milk production if you use TMR, but apparently you don't need TMR to make 100% health anymore. So that's a new thing, and interested to see how that all pans out. But yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, see, it looks like Brian was using the 6 head rows. So there's probably a reason why he did that and I didn't. Yeah, so in life, we have been getting ready to going across country here, and it's been interesting learning how to live out of the camper. And right now we have no water, but we will. The propane also broke. We had a couple days where the temperatures got down into the negative temps, and we went to use the propane system, and the hose fittings broke, and that was a little bit devastating. So I think we talked a little bit about that in Calmsden, but just making it through those nights, we had 3 electric heaters going. I had an what they call a radiant heater. Sorry, hold on. Anyway, we had a radiant heater, and then I went out to I had a little portable heater that I brought from home, just a regular, one of those little box square space heaters. And then I also got a milk house heater for $20 at James Do It Best, and that thing broke after like 2 days. It was junk, but it was warm enough that we survived for those 2 really, really cold nights. So it's been a bit of an adventure so far. Thankfully, it's warmed up here. We're in the high 30s, low 40s, and so we're starting to warm up a little bit. And so as we get ready to do our trip, the weather around the country has gotten warmer, and we were pretty much just waiting for it to warm up. And then unfortunately, this weekend I got really sick. So now you can hear my health is not great, but I'm feeling better today, which is why I'm making this video. And I apologize for not making any videos before this, but we were dealing with the heat or the cold, and then with me being sick. So now finally I feel a little bit better. I've got my computer hooked up and I'm ready to play some games and have fun and then visit you guys. So alright, I'm going to continue getting this done on this farm, but this just gives you an idea of where we're at. This farm's done pretty well this year. We haven't really necessarily made a profit yet, but I think that we've bought everything that we need and gotten it all set up, and pretty soon we're going to start making money. Now don't forget the cows. I think we have to have them for 36 months before we sell them. That's when they reach their peak price. So we're already about 6 months in, or maybe, let's see, let's look at the chart. Our cows are currently 9 months. Okay, so we're about a third of the way there. Not even a quarter of the way there. So we need to get them about what is it, 36 months would be 3 years, right? 12 plus 12, 24 plus 12, 3 years old. So they're going to hit a year at the beginning of this year, and then we'll have another 2 years to go. So, but that should bring us in an additional $150,000 when those cows are ready to sell, and all they're costing us to feed is hay. So we get that off of our fields for free. In fact, that's what we might do again. I might have to plant grass again get a nice mow, make some bales like we do every year. I also do need to keep track of the sales to see if we are bringing in enough income, and if we see something like a baler or something that comes up, so that we're not renting it, because right now we're renting everything, which does cost a lot of money. But if we can reduce that renting cost and get it into things that we own, then those costs come slower. But the trick is getting it on sale so that we can not pay full price for it. So, all right, I'm going to continue on with this map, and we'll see you guys. The next stop is going to be our rice farm to see how that one's doing, and I'll be back. All right, now for the second segment. Here we are in Huntai Puntai, or whatever the name is. Hatun Hutai Puntan, whatever the name of the freaking map is. This is our Asian map, and I have a truckload full of rice, and we have a harvester that we rented and a harvester that is mine. You guys know which one's mine here. I can't tell the difference because they look the same. Regardless, we have a rice harvest that we are ready to sell off. So between, and you guys have seen the videos as we did this stuff, but I know Cameo and Micah and RP have all probably each put in 6 or 7 hours, and Kyle too, of work on this farm. This has been a massive, massive undertaking to get this harvest done. I'm hoping that it's worth it. I have to take a look at the calendar to see when we can sell. But this took, it took probably like 6 to 8 hours of planting. And when I say, I'm talking about actual real time, like the time that it took us to do it. So it took us that long to plant. It took us probably 5.5 hours to harvest. This was not an easy task by any means. It took us a long time to get this done. The end result, though, I believe is going to be 200,000 plus in rice. Let's see how many liters we have in here. 63,000 liters in storage. And if I remember right, what are we making here? We're making, what is this called? This is actually going to be a lot of money here. So we're making this kimchi, and this is pretty valuable. So we're not going to do anything with rice on this one. But if I remember right, there really wasn't anything with rice that's worth it. The rice bags take 100 rice for 45 bags. So that's actually, you lose money there. Rice rolls. This one might make money. Let's look at the funding. So, rice at its peak, $3,000. It's in July. Actually, we could sell it now. Somebody drove past the trailer. Sorry about that. Rice looks like it's going to be, it's in and around its peak right now. July's the highest. September is really close. So if it goes up again in September, we'll sell. Let's look at these rice rolls. The difference is it's close. You probably would make a little bit of a profit if you did rice rolls. Rice bags, though, no. You're using twice as much rice, and you're not even getting double the price. So you're losing on that one. But the rice rolls, 47 versus 37. Yeah, I don't. If you factor in the production time, it's not worth it. Rice oil. Now that would be, rice oil is the only place I can see where it probably would be worth it, but I don't have an oil factory to make that. And so you'd have to have the rice oil factory. That would Let's see. Well, what's the formula IA? It doesn't say, does it? So we'd have to figure out what the formula is. If it's a 1-to-1 ratio or near that, it would be worth it. Anyway, my whole point with that is that you're better off right now. I'm better off just selling it direct, and I'll do that. We'll see if we'll go ahead and close this up, and we'll go ahead and fast forward to next month. It's August. If I'm going to do rice again, when do I need to plant? Rice plants, I think, in the spring, if I'm not mistaken. Long grain rice. Yeah, April, May. So we have some time to turn the fields. It's hard to know what to do. This was such, like I said, seeding this was a nightmare. I almost feel like seeding using like regular long grain rice, but then I'd have to buy a harvester or rent a harvester. I don't know. It's hard to know what to do. This definitely made a lot of money though, but it was a huge undertaking and not one that I necessarily want to do again. It's kind of like sugar cane. You make a lot of money. You can reharvest it over and over again. In the long run, is it worth it? I don't know. But let's go ahead and get this, the one that we're not using, returned, and then we will go ahead and fast forward it to next month. So let's see. Vehicles. Come on, get up. Leasing cost. Iseki. There we go. And we're going to return that guy. There we go. And we're going to bring this little guy back in. Yeah, you can see 2.6 hours just on this harvester. RP had like 2 or 3 hours on the other one too, so about 5.5 hours altogether. 5 to 5.5. Let's see. Where's my washer? There's the fixer-upper. Should probably do that first. Do some fixer-uppering. $395 repair. That's not that bad considering all the work I put on it. Where did my washer go? Oh, there it is. Let's clean this thing up. All right, she's done. Ready for next year. I can't imagine doing this by myself. That would have taken, I mean, like, talk about jump off the bridge madness. All right, let's take this thing and put it away. Cool. All right, that's done. Let's go ahead and hop out here to our tractor. Well, actually, we're going to fast forward time until tomorrow. So let's go ahead and do that first. It wasn't a very windy month, so we only made $2,000 off of our way overpriced windmill. But now you can see there that it is actually speeding up. So we should make some good money today off of electricity. Electricity. Let's take a look at our finances and see what's going on with the rice. Kimchi is really high. If we sell today, and let's see here, I want to see what the monthly prices are. I'm going to go up here to that and take a look. Let's see. Rice rolls, rice sapling. Where's this? Oh, that's right. We have to go up to the other. I keep forgetting that they split their products from the crops, which is, it makes sense. Yeah, so it did peak back up again. We're at, 3,400. And so you can see here, it's a green on our quick chart, this is a mod that allows you to see what the current price is. We're pretty high there for our rice. And that is going to be, where are we selling that at? That's got to go on to the train, but it's 3,500. Let's go ahead and sell it. Let's do it. Tractor. There we go. So I'm actually going to be loading this right back in. And I think it's going to take both tippers, but kind of surprising that we only got like 2 tippers and some change. No, these tippers will be enough to take the whole thing. So we only got 2 tippers full. It's kind of a little bit disappointing considering the size of the field. But once again, we're talking $230,000 worth of crop. That's an insane amount of money for one field of crop. So it's really good. It's just not, once again, I'll look at the rice oil combo because that may actually add up to be something good too. There's our kimchi production is doing good. We have 3 available. We have about $10,000 of that available for sale also. Let's see, proving to you guys once again that I can do dolly wagon backups in game life. I don't know about real life. Backing the trailer was an experience that left us almost stranded because my wife backed me into a ditch. We have a couple issues. She doesn't like using arms to give me directions. She wants to talk it, which makes, it's fine. But we can't really hear each other too well because the car's got this stupid backup beeper. It tells you when there's something behind your car. Well, when you're towing, yeah. So I guess some of these more advanced tow packages and vehicles, you can actually turn that beeper off so that you can hear the person, giving you commands. Well, mine doesn't turn off. So the whole time I'm trying to hear what she's saying, it's like, beep. So I thought she said straight, and she really said stop. So I went straight back and went into a ditch, and she's like, no, I said stop. And it was in snow, and I cannot believe I was able to pull that trailer out of the ditch with the truck in 4x4. It was impressive that it was able to get out because it didn't look like it was going to happen, but we did it. So, all right, I'm going to get these loaded up and get them up to the train station. But I just thought you guys would think that's funny. I think what we'll do in the future is I'll have her take her phone with her, and we'll Bluetooth or hotspot my phone to hers so she can give me a cam back there and show me where I'm going so I can see what I'm doing. The other option, when it gets warmer, when we're going places, I can always chuck the drone up and just look at it on my phone to see, like, from a bird's eye view of myself backing up, which would actually be pretty helpful. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and trailer these on up to the train station. I will be with you in just a moment. Tell you what, this tractor is really struggling to get these trailers up this hill. We got a lot of fog going on here. But what we're doing is we're heading up to the local co-op, which, there we go. You can see the grain that pours, the spigot that dumps it up onto the train. But we're doing it slowly but surely. I love this tractor. Rice in the hole. All right, after some strange issues, I was able to get the train lined up. It started going backwards and then never arriving, and it just had like a 30-kilometer countdown. It was very bizarre, but I was able to jump into it when it flew past, and it stopped. Don't know what happened there, but it's working now. Albeit glitchy. Look at that. That's really
Squirtle.
weird.
I'll be right on the tunnel. Off it.
Yeah, we just went right past it. shoot. And I got to back all the way up. Okay.
I said you might want to tell him what he was eating the couch.
Don't eat the couch, Squirtle. The puppy wants to eat the couch. Not a good thing. Squirtle. Alright, let's get this filled up. Alright.
Hey, go lay down. Luda, go lay down.
We are underway. Let's see how much money we make. And off she goes to another place with our crops on board. Or not. I think we have to... I forgot. I jumped out hoping it would just keep going, but it stops until you drive it off the map. I forgot about that. So we actually need to ride it all the way to the end of the line, which is really kind of bizarre. Because we were really there, but it'll kick us out. Here we go. Or not. There we go. And there we go. $227,000. This is definitely by far my most profitable farm. It is also the most work. But we, hands down, are making actual good money on this farm. So, not too bad. Last but not least, and probably what's going to be the most pain in the butt farm to deal with, is my Zelonka farm. We've already gotten the first crop off, which is good. And that you guys saw that, the wheat harvest. And I think we have the oats off on the other field, back in the back. But we have another wheat field growing here. And then, of course, we have our single field that we turned into 3 fields for our veggie harvest. Once again, I do have a mod that allows me to remove some of these things. I'm not super happy with where the productions are. I feel like I may try to flatten out a section over here and move things around a little bit and maybe make the productions, like, kind of make a pit here and make this area the production area. But I need to make the ground flatter in this area so that it's easier to access. Or maybe step it up like on a driveway here, because this is kind of a mess right now. And I'm just not happy with the placement. So we could do that, I guess, in this episode, because we're just kind of waiting for the crops to grow. I don't believe this has anything going on. Oh, it is. Yeah. Yeah, man, we're doing a bunch of stuff on this one, actually. Fudge. If we move it, we lose all those ingredients. This could be moved. Oh, no, it can't because it's also milling. So these are going to have to stay here for a while. Shoes and socks. So my preservative factory might have to go over here, and then we can work on moving those later. But for the carrots and stuff, I did want to build a second factory because it's going to be too much production going through this one little thing. You need to do at least 2 or 3 of these. They're so slow. So right now we're just waiting for that to finish up. And yeah, as I thought, I also pulled this crop already. So we are just basically waiting for the rest of our products to come in. Yeah, it's the oats. And they're not ready to sell. And we don't really have, aside from the chickens, I don't have anything I really need to keep the wheat for or the oats, but we're just going to sell them when they're peak priced. And I'll keep a little bit of wheat back for the chickens, but it's not a huge deal. The chickens are just making the egg soup stuff. But we do have a lot of stuff for sale. In January, when the prices go up, I'll have a big truckload of things to sell. And don't forget also, along with, I mean, this is probably, that's probably 20, 30 grand worth of stuff right there. This is going to be full. At the end of each year, I have to empty this out. So that's going to have probably another like $10,000 or $20,000 of product. This will not have much of anything in it, but we got some stuff coming out. So this farm's doing well. We'll go ahead and advance a month and see what we have for next month. Here we go. Yeah, so there we go. We have some... What is that? Oh, soup. Soup is good. Good soup. All right, that's ready for sale. We do have our harvest ready here. Carrots are ready. Parsnips are ready. And red beets are ready. Let's go do a little teeny bit of harvesting. You guys can get a flavor, the Flavo Flav for that. And then you guys, we'll do the wheat. I'll do the wheat harvest off camera. Is this tractor going to be sufficient to do this? Let's see. I mean, it looks like it's pulling it down a little bit, but not too bad.
Squirtle.
Squirtle.
So be in a minute.
Buy new boxes. I guess we have to buy a box now. Ugh. Buy new boxes. I can't tell what direction it's. One for 130. Yeah. All right. There we go. So we have to provide boxes not included. Oh, it does 2 at a time. It's not supposed to do that, but who's complaining? 1 row harvested. That's not very realistic. Yeah, we're going to buy a bunch of boxes. Looks like this 1 row will fill up a box. Or less. And then all said and done, it's still only going to be maybe like 10 boxes. Box number 1. Alright, so let's see. We turn this off, and then can we lower filling top lifting harvester, unload boxes? Nope. Please lower implement first. Okay. Alright, then we're going to raise this. I'm going to buy a new box. Yep. Okay, there we go. It's a lot easier to do it that way than to have to try to like manually load it. You could buy a bunch of these at the store and manually load them. I don't know. If you want realism, you could probably, that's probably the better way to do it, but I think for me being by myself and not really wanting to go through all that, I'm just going to do it this way. So yeah, so we finally made it to the vegetable harvest, and when, like I said, we also have to do the wheat field today. So I've got my work cut out for me because this is probably going to take hours to get this done. They're small fields, but it's a lot of crop, so... What the heck? Alright.
Bella.
So that's pretty much the exciting part of this farm. So that's the state of the farms going into February of 2025. You got to have a little update. We got to hang out together a little bit, and it was nice. Definitely coming up here soon. I'm going to be working on the tutorials for Farm Sim 25. I can't really stream right now because our internet is spotty at best. So once we get that resolved and get, I think, to our final location, we should have better internet where we're going, but I don't know. We'll have to see. It seems like things will get a little bit better as far as being able to stream and stuff again. But anyway, it doesn't stop me from making content because I don't really need a good internet connection for the actual content creation portion of the channel. So I'm going to go ahead and continue making good videos for you guys. And I hope you guys are having fun and enjoying the series that I've been making. And I will continue all 3 of these maps for a while longer. Definitely going to be moving more towards just Riverbend Springs in the future, but we will continue this map too. So I will see you guys in the next exciting video. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys. Oh, and don't forget, if you're subscribing, don't forget to hit the notification button. Turn the bell on when you subscribe, because if you don't, you won't get notifications on when my latest videos are out. And last but not least, if you really want to support the channel, we would really appreciate you doing a Buy Me a Coffee. And once again, the link for that will be in the description. It'll also be the top pinned comment, and that basically gives you a chance to tip us. So anyway, have a great night, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.